Hello everyone, I'm coming to you from Turi, Ecuador, which has this beautiful, beautiful view of Cuenca. It's easily the best view of Cuenca that you can find, so I thought I'd make the perfect backdrop for my next video. I want to share with you guys exactly how plant medicines have affected my life. And in general, I can tell you that I am more happy than I ever have before, and I'll kind of get into the details of that a little later. But I have completely changed my outlook on life, specifically my career aspirations, after my first plant medicine experience, particularly with ayahuasca. I'll go into a little more of the details of the story of my first ayahuasca story in another video. And this time around, just to keep this video on the short side, I will speak in general terms and say that one of the messages that I got from Mother Ayahuasca was that you'll find yourself in service to others. And after this amazing experience at this retreat center, which again I'll share with you a little later, I went back to the States, and after a while back in my little cubicle, I had returned to the hamster wheel of my 9-to-5 job. I realized that it was it was a poisonous environment for me. There were people in my workplace that literally fed off of drama, and so they just it was like that's how they made their days interesting, was creating drama and then sort of like feeding off of it. So it didn't take me very long to realize that I needed to get out of that environment, and so I decided to kind of take Mother Ayahuasca up on her advice. When she first gave it to me, I kind of accepted it, and I said, okay, good advice, but I didn't really know what it meant in practical terms, like how do I, live my life in service to others. So I knew that this retreat center that I went to as a guest also has a work exchange program where you can work in exchange for room and board. And so you just kind of live there, you don't have any bills to worry about, and you just help people go through the same kind of experience that I did. And so I did. It took several months to get in. There was a waiting list. And so then I reduced my entire physical life down to 2 suitcases and a backpack. And off I went. I moved. I quit my IT job, I wasn't like raking in the dollars, but I was making more money than I ever have before in my life. Although, mind you, I have plenty of debt to show for my college degrees too. But anyway, I quit my job, moved to South America, was working, really volunteering at this retreat center, and it was. Words pale in comparison. I can only say, it was 6 of the most rewarding months of my entire life. And I truly, truly found myself in service to others, just like she said, and it like 100 times over. And it was just incredibly fulfilling to be able to play some small supporting role in people's own life-changing experiences. My mom thought I was crazy. She said, let me get this right. You spent tens and tens of thousands of dollars, spent years of your life, blood, sweat, and tears on college degrees. You get established in your career field, quit your job, move to South America so that you can empty puke buckets and wash dishes? Does that sound about right? Like, when you put it that way, it sounds kind of crazy, I know, but what I had to help her realize, or what I wanted to help her realize, was that it was for a reason. If I were just mopping floors at Burger King, that would be shit. But for every dish that I washed or bucket that I helped empty out, that was helping to change somebody's life in a very, very profound way. And that was so incredibly rewarding. I got thanked many times over, just from the bottom of people's hearts. When somebody looks you in the eye and they are so appreciative of what it is that you're doing, it really means something. You can see that you're having a tangible effect on people's life, not just some thing, that I like. It can be seen and felt, and you really connect to people. And there's also a synchronicity with being a guest and then turning around and paying the same service forward to other people, just like these kindnesses were paid to you. And my arm's getting a little tired here. So anyway, it completely changed my perspective, specifically in terms of I always knew in the back of my mind that happiness is the ultimate goal in life. If you really, really think about it, it all comes down to happiness. For a lot of people, the ultimate goal is money. They spend their entire lives running the rat race, running in this little hamster wheel, chasing the almighty dollar. And I believe the whole reason for that is that they believe that money can buy them security and freedom. And I think that kind of all boils down to happiness. So if happiness is the ultimate goal, and you lose sight of that, and you are unhappy in your pursuit of money, you've just defeated the whole purpose. Like, if you are unhappy right now, if you are unhappy with your life, you have defeated the purpose of this whole shebang. And I would encourage you to reevaluate what makes you happy. And so my career perspective has changed now from what can I do to make the most money and kind of enjoy myself along the way, to what can I do to help people and then also pay my bills in the meantime. And so that's the whole thing. And so even though my time at this particular retreat center has come to an end, my challenge was, how do I do this in a sustainable way? I have zero regrets. I would do it again in a heartbeat, 100 times over. But it also, because of the way the volunteer program is set up at this particular center, it wasn't sustainable in the long term. I couldn't do that the rest of my life. When you have a slowly declining bank balance, it becomes quickly obvious that you can't keep doing that, even though it is incredibly rewarding. So my biggest challenge was finding a way to help people, particularly with plant medicines, but finding a way to do it and also pay my bills. And so I decided that's where the idea of Aya advisors came into the picture. It seemed like the perfect intersection of plant medicines, helping people, and using my technical abilities in order to do that. So it's very much a labor of love. I enjoy immensely. I am in an interesting position where I moderate all the reviews that come in, and so I get to hear stories and experiences from people literally all around the world partaking in these plant medicines. And incidentally, if you would like to do the same thing, if you want to hear every single new review that comes in, I've set up a Facebook page as well as a Twitter page. I'll put the links below this video, or even just at the bottom of this video right here. And if you go to these pages and you like it, then you'll get notified of each new review that gets put on the website. And I think that you'll find it as rewarding as I do. I guess I'll close this video for now and leave you with the challenge to, if at all you feel the calling, the interest, the need, the desire to participate in plant medicines, check it out. I really urge you to. All you have to do is suspend your skepticism. Nobody's asking you to believe anything on blind faith. Do listen to the stories from all around the world, which, by the way, is part of the reason why I'm making this video. It was really helpful to me to hear other people's experiences on YouTube. So I hope that I can once again pay that forward to other people, and I hope this is beneficial to you. And I'll see you in the next video, where I'll be sharing my very first plant medicine experience, specifically with Mother Ayahuasca. And I think you'll really enjoy this one. So I'll see you in the next video. Adios.